Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Before I pass over to Baz, there has been some breaking news this evening that Everton have announced the naming rights partner for the new stadium. The new partners are HUEL Dickinson, who are a law firm in Liverpool, a very large law firm, prestigious, been around for a very, very long time. It's a landmark long-term deal, which sees the international law firm secure naming rights for Everton's new stadium. The new stadium will be known as the HUEL Dickinson Stadium with immediate effect. It will be one of the biggest deals in European football, believed to be around £10 million a year for 10 years, according to some journalists out there at the moment. And as I said, one of the biggest deals in Europe. This deal has come a little bit out of nowhere tonight, to be honest. It's not a name that had been mentioned before. There was a lot of talk of some names, but this one certainly wasn't in there. But that connection with a firm that has been around the Liverpool for a very long time is one of the strong factors of the deal. And there's a few pictures of the ground tonight and a video of the ground with the signage on. So we're gonna have to wait and see whether that goes up, whether that becomes a full reality. Yeah, very, very interesting deal. The chief executive of HUEL Dickinson, Craig Scott, said, "To put our name to Everton's new stadium is a once-in-a-generation opportunity. We believe deeply in what this project stands for, a bold transformational vision for Liverpool and its future. The partnership is about legacy, ambition, and the power of two global recognised organisations coming together to make a difference. As HUEL Dickinson continues to grow internationally, we remain proud of our Liverpool roots, and we are honoured to be part of one of the most exciting waterfront developments in Europe." So, yeah, it's a huge deal. Obviously, a lot of people have been waiting to see what the naming rights would be and whether it would be shared sponsor as well. Well, it looks like, obviously, for the stadium, for the time being, it's just going to be the stadium as they carry on into next season as being the shared sponsor. That will be the last year of them being the shared sponsor. So, big breaking news tonight ahead of, obviously, the last game at Goodison Park on Sunday.
David Moyes has given his pre-match press conference ahead of Everton's game with Southampton at Goodison Park on Sunday. It's the final ever Premier League clash at Goodison Park, the final ever game that the men's team will play at the famous old stadium. David Moyes was asked about Goodison in the press conference today. This is what he had to say.
Well, first and foremost is that I'm getting prepared for a game. That's what it would be really important for us to try and get another 3 points and keep trying to be as high up the league table as we possibly can. I think when we came in, the position we were in wasn't good, and I think we've got ourselves a lot stronger position now, and I want us to remain there. I want us to try and finish as high as we possibly can. Coming from the media as well, Vinny, got to say, there's been a lot of things getting asked from the media about Goodison, which there's a lot of people who are probably a lot wiser and a bit more knowledgeable about Everton and also about Goodison than I am. But we've had a lot of talk about it just now, and it's great history. There's some great stories, and obviously there's been great managers and players who've all performed here. So I'm just the one who's going to shut the door on the way out. Certainly on the way out for the men. We're looking forward to the ladies joining us, but it'll be sad when it goes, but we're moving into something which we think will give us a big...
Yeah, it's going to be a very emotional day at Goodison, and Everton have got to make sure they win the game. It's as simple as that. There's been lots of talk about Seamus Coleman. He's hardly played this season for Everton. A lot of rumours about whether or not he will play on next season. Well, David Moyes was asked about him today. This is what he teased.
Yeah, it does come into my thinking. But what I will say, and I say it, Saturdays or Sunday, I should say. Sunday's a game we're going to do everything we can and make sure we prepare the best and play the best we can. But Seamus will stay next season, without doubt. Seamus will be part of the group. I need him here. His leadership, his sort of message he has amongst the players and in the dressing room so strong. It'd be wrong of me to let him go. So one way or the other, Seamus will be here certainly.
Well, the good news is Seamus will be around next season. Of course, David Moyes confirming that. Did say one way or the other, but there is a train of thought that says he will be a player next season. So we still get to see him, which is good. Obviously, Seamus's contract is expiring on June the 30th, so it's up to him to sign a new one. So are a lot of other players. David Moyes was asked whether or not he was worried if some of the other players whose contracts are running out were in discussions with other clubs because they haven't signed new deals with the football club. This was his answer to that question.
No, I'm not particularly worried. No, we can only do things at our time. You know, we've just got Angus in the door. We're trying to put things in place. We've been trying to keep the players behind the scenes as aware of the situation as we possibly can. We'll let some of them know probably before the end of this week, and there'll be others in different situations, but we feel as if we'll have to wait till next week. So it's a difficult situation when you've got so many of this number out, and say I think we'll get 5 players in loan in total, which is the most in the Premier League. So there's different situations for those boys as well, and we have players out of contract, as you well know, and we will get to it, so it won't be too long.
There you go. Good answer from David. The referee for Sunday's game is Michael Oliver. He will be assisted, the 4th official, Craig Pawson. His 2 assistant referees are James Mainwaring and Steve Meredith. And on the VAR, it's going to be Timothy Wood. Great collection there. Beto is apparently a target for Besiktas and Fenerbahce, with one Turkish outlet saying that Jose Mourinho has been really impressed with him this season. Everton's Portuguese, or Guinea-Bissau striker rather, has struck 10 times for Everton this season, scoring most of those goals when David Moyes took over as manager. Leeds United are thought to be monitoring his situation as well, but some reports saying that Moyes wants to keep him for next season, so we'll wait and see. And finally, another target, this time an Everton target. Thomas Souček is a key part of Graham Potter's future at West Ham United. Potter tried to sign him at Brighton, said he's been an excellent signing for West Ham, and he's been brilliant since I've been here. He's part of our long-term plans, and they don't intend to sell him. Everton, Leeds and about 4 or 5 other Premier League clubs all credited with having an interest in Thomas Souček. He's got 9 goals in 33 Premier League games this season. Seems, obviously David Moyes took him to West Ham. The links have been quite strong since Moyes come here. But, you know, when he did score last Sunday in their 2-0 win at Manchester United, but he looks like a player that David Moyes would like, playing off the front, getting goals from midfield. But if Graham Potter thinks that he's part of his West Ham future, then he's still got 2 years left on his deal. So he may well end up staying at West Ham United. That is it for the News Daily. Thanks again for everyone who subbed, taking us over the 100,000 mark. Really, really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe if you haven't. And if you want more videos, join us on Toffee TV Premier. The link's in the description, the QR code's on the screen now. Have a great weekend. See you later.